So I bought this abandoned AMG GTS and it does not run. It has a serious engine problem. If you guys watched the last video, we drained the oil and it came out a complete milkshake. Water and oil mixing together. A little bit on the backstory on this car. It sat for probably 3 years underneath a car cover awning. It is kind of wrecked on the exterior. There's body damage, but the main issue is that it does not run. Something inside of the engine is seriously wrong. We did have a very, very small amount of information. We took it to the dealer, charged him $1,325 to diagnose the car and tell him what was wrong with it. But the only thing they put down, they performed an engine diagnosis and it recommended engine replacement. When I bought the car, he told me that they quoted him over $100,000 to repair this car, to put a new engine in it. But I'm not sure what they actually found out. Did they find the source of the issue? Or did they just see that oil and water was mixing together and they didn't want to go any further? Basically, they just told them, if something's wrong with the engine, you need a new one. I'm gonna call them up and see if I can't get any more information out of them. That'll help me pinpoint what the real issue is and know if, should we even bother pulling the engine out right now and disassembling it? Or do they already know it's complete garbage? And do we just need to source another engine? But until we find out what is going on with this engine, we're kind of at a standstill.
Thank you for calling Mercedes-Benz of Laguna Niguel Service Department. This is Walter. Sorry I missed your call. Please leave your name and number and I'll call you back. Thank you. Have a good day.
I'm done waiting. Waited for over an hour. Maybe I'm not a priority. I don't know.
You know, you've never been much a Mercedes guy.
I'm a big BMW guy.
They know this.
They know it. That's why they're not calling back. But I'm tired of sitting around. I'm just gonna dive in, start taking this thing apart because no one else is gonna do it for me. So time to get dirty, turn some wrenches. Let's get this engine out of here. We saw a lot of comments in the last video about this license plate. That's right. It says rest in peace, Beamer. I own a lot of BMWs. I love them. And that cracks me up. I love that license plate. So if I do get this car all running, pull off my dream build of putting that GT3 race car body kit on here and turning up the power and getting 1,000 horsepower out of this thing, I think that license plate has got to stay.
Bro, it has
to stay. It's the
like, funniest thing ever.
It's so good. Damon's back.
I'm back. Bearing gifts. Somebody at the front door met me and I was like, I didn't order this. So what you sons of is spending my money on? What is this?
It's the rod.
Welding rod.
Hey, I know you like jewelry, so we made you something. We made you a necklace. It's actually probably more.
Oh, dog.
Choker.
Dog, this is so hard.
Dude, check that.
Yo, put it on. OG DMX here. Where my dog's at? Where my dog's at?
Dude, that looks mean.
X gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. Boom, boom. Dude, no joke. It's actually really heavy. Like, it actually makes my gold chain feel really light. I need to up my chain game.
That's right. Go to steel. Forget gold. It's all about steel.
It's kind of weird. I don't own a. Well, we have a G-Wagon.
You have a G-Wagon.
There you go.
That's the flexiest
I'm a G-Wagon.
What's up, man? I'm an AMG boy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine doesn't run though. Did have a wrap on it. They peeled the wrap off and it peeled the paint off.
Did a really good job. Holy crap. Is that paint missing?
That is the wrap that's still on it. The car was like that satin gray.
Oh, the
metallic
satin
silver
gray
gray.
is the wrap still on it.
Yep.
That tripped me out. It actually for a second looked like it had ripped down to the plastic.
Well,
oops. I don't even know what that was.
I can't give him anything nice.
There you go.
Badges on badges. This is really crazy like this. I've never actually seen it like this. This is really cool.
Yeah, it looks
That's wild looking. That the fact that like the rear diffuser slash, if you even want to call that a bumper, stays on. The wing stays on and that one little flap, but then you can see the whole roof scoop. This is really cool. I've never seen behind any of this stuff with the fuel doors and stuff.
So you think about a race car, how it's really stiff and really low, but look how much travel it actually has. Like, I can't even put my hand in there. So that's all the travel it has on the racetrack.
Oh, it feels like it's real stiff.
Really stiff.
It's probably the stiffest vehicle I've ever been in, to be honest.
Yeah.
We had a bit of the comments for not servicing it before the last track day. Everybody's like, why don't you guys service it before you went to the track? Well, the truth is we made that decision really last minute. It's DD, man. We just send it.
Yeah, I mean, there's service intervals, so it's not like it needs to have this huge overhaul every time it hits the track.
We knew my car was fine.
Yeah.
It's just Dave's car was a little low on oil.
A little low.
It's a button. Yeah. Like half gone.
Yeah.
I say it's a Dave issue. You know what, Mike can only do so much. He only knows to do what we ask him to do. We ask him to do a lot. So if all of a sudden the McLaren doesn't have oil, I blame it on the dipstick that owns it. Those are looking pretty rusty.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, this thing sat for years. Just sat.
Can you save those?
I've never seen anybody successfully resurface them. And they're drilled and slotted.
Yep.
That's just a replacement.
200 miles an hour and hit the brakes. You're either gonna resurface them and finish it and make them good, or you're not gonna stop.
Not gonna stop.
Roll the dice, man. Make for a good video.
Mike lives on the edge.
I couldn't
That's right.
stop at 200 miles an hour. Then everybody would blame you because Dave didn't change his oil.
Dave, come on, man.
What are you trying to take out?
Basically everything.
The exhaust system looks good.
Not bad for stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks really new.
This thing's only got 20,000 miles on it. It's fresh.
Crazy. That's crazy.
But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out the process of taking this engine out, because it doesn't come out of the top, it comes out the bottom. I think it comes out engine, bell housing, torque tube, transmission, like front to back, whole drivetrain is gonna get dropped out of the car. Just kind of going through and looking at, yeah, it's a bit oily and dirty. Yeah.
What would that be from?
I don't know. It's another mystery. There's oil leaks on the engine.
Yeah, there's oil like all over this.
Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
crap.
Well, I am
Quite
worried
greasy.
about the transmission also, as he went off the track big. All of this like damage, under tray was all damaged. This thing's all bent up.
Yeah, this is smashed.
Yeah.
Look at how that's bowed.
Yeah. So it probably was about here. So it's like pushed an inch. I don't see any cracks
Really greasy.
on the transmission case, but that doesn't mean it's not damaged. Thank you. So this is a DCT transmission. I've never taken a DCT transmission apart.
Oh hell, let's start on your car.
Yeah.
All of our cars are DCT transmissions. McLaren race car, Huracan KB43 car, the Senna, and the 720. So we have 4 cars in the fleet that are DCT. And this. I don't know if you call this a car. It's got wheels, but I want to see this thing run. Have you tried to turn it over?
We did. It just cranked. It didn't do anything. It sounded like compression was really off, like like a dead cylinder. So
How did it go again?
I remember that song.
Wow. With the real Slim Shady, please stand up. It's actually crazy that it even tries to turn over.
Yeah, we messed with it for a while to get it to crank, and then we finally got it to crank. But it would just crank. It smells like fuel coming out of the exhaust, but like it won't start. So I did look up prices on the engines, and the cheapest that I found was like 25, 26,000. I kind of need to know what I'm getting myself into here. If the transmission is bad also, along with the engine, that could be a huge, huge amount of money that I am not ready to spend on this thing.
You're rich. Come on, Mike, you're rich.
I am not rich.
It's pretty rich, actually. This doesn't tell anybody.
Yeah, that's why I drive my Cayman every day.
That's a choice.
That's right.
It's pretty rich.
You could take the bus. You don't need to drive the Cayman.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I know. And people are like, oh
You'd be
yeah,
rich-
he's so
you'd be
poor, he
even
drives a
richer.
Cayman.
You'd be even richer if you took the bus.
You're really flexing with your $10,000 car.
Yeah, I think it might be around 12 grand, but yeah.
My bad.
Hey.
My bad.
All right, so transmissions for those things, they're about 10 grand. This car is only worth about 70 grand when it's running in good condition.
Good panels. Good motor.
So if I had to spend like 35 to 40 grand on just the parts to put this thing back together, I could be in this for the amount of money I could just go and buy one that's running.
Same DCT gearbox
As what?
as a Ferrari.
Ferrari what?
488 that I've seen.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's DCT training.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. Now we know you can get it from a Ferrari. Maybe it's cheaper.
No. I need like 2 minutes of your time. What do you find really stressful? For like me when I was younger, it was credit card debt. In fact, I had over $40,000 in debt in my 20s, and I was making like $30,000 a year. I thought I was. For a long time, I was, but I found out there were solutions, and that's why I'm pumped to announce our sponsor, PDS Debt, who can help you guys rectify those pesky credit card bills. You might have debt from things like a medical expense, groceries because you're short on paycheck, you lost work during the pandemic, whatever it is. Maybe you bought some dumb shit. The fact of the matter is, they make it on purpose. Very easy to get into debt, but also on purpose, very, very hard if you follow the traditional method, making a minimum payment. PDS Debt is here to help. Mark, what's the trick to debt?
Don't get in debt.
Well, what if you get into debt?
Get out of it quick.
Quick, quick, quick! Get in my office. Now, it's not always that easy. It comes up, you don't have the money, you gotta use that credit card. But I'm here to tell you right now, there's a way to get out of it. Our friends at PDS Debt provides options that consolidate your debts into one low monthly payment. PDS Debt is a top-rated company on Google and have an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis. It only takes 30 seconds. So head over to pdsdebt.com/DDE to get your free debt assessment right now. I mentioned earlier, it's easy to get into debt and hard to get out of it. Well, thankfully, disassembly. PDS has made it really easy to start that journey right now. Go to pdsdebt.com/DDE to your free questionnaire. It takes about 30 seconds to find out what your options are. If you have over $10,000 in debt, good credit or bad credit, they can help you out. Sometimes we make mistakes that damages our credit because we're just not paying attention. We have this bill and that bill and this bill and that bill and all these bills. You miss one little bill and it kills your credit score. PDS Debt takes all those payments, makes it into one simple one. It also saves you on interest and fees. Debt sucks, but you don't. Right now, go to pdsdebt.com/DDE and get your free assessment. It only takes 30 seconds. Mark's doing it right now. Mark, how you looking?
It's not looking good.
Oh shit.
But the well.
Okay, good. Back to the vlog.
This isn't even on the other side. It's just completely missing.
It's like a hose fitting. It just fell out from the car. Like a garden hose.
I wonder if that's just something random.
That was definitely in the field he went into.
Exactly, like along with all that. I hate working on dirty cars, and this thing is filthy.
We clean the outside. We can't clean
the outside. Man, there's so much dirt in here, and grease and oil, and oh, it's nasty.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Came through with a shovel.
Scooped up all of it. Bring home a little racetrack with you.
There's a piece of a big willow.
There's a racetrack on my floor.
Yeah, that's what corner is this?
Turn 9.
Turn 9.
Turn to 9.
Here it is.
Woo! You didn't know there's a rat used to live in here too?
No.
So not only is the engine blown, bodywork damage, but it also had a rat living in it.
We call this car the rat rod.
The rat rod. That's actually really gross.
Yeah.
It's really gross. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you.
Okay, once we get the mold out of the interior, you can drive it.
There's mold in it too.
Yeah, there's also mold on the steering wheel, the seats.
Some booty sweat mold.
Yeah.
Look at how bent it is.
So that's where all the water is going.
Is it in the cats?
It's in the exhaust. And this engine, the exhaust comes out of the middle of the bank on the V, the top part, not on the normal, like the sides of the motor. It comes out in the middle. So that means the cylinder is so full of water that it's going out past the exhaust valve, through the exhaust port, all the way up into the turbos, and then out the exhaust. So it has to travel uphill. This thing is wrecked. Holy shit. I've never ever seen a cracked block or head gasket or whatever this is this bad to where it's literally pouring water out of the exhaust system, especially on this type of engine because it's working against gravity to get in there. Wow, that is crazy. Whoa. It's pretty bad. Like we put a bunch of water in there to try to find the leak. We pressurized the cooling system and we didn't see any water coming out of anywhere. The exhaust system is full of water. There's that water. There it is.
I knew it was coming out the exhaust.
Well, since everybody's here, I'm gonna pull the ECU hangers, and then I think we need to take the exhaust back a little bit, drop it down, and then swing it like forward a couple inches to get it to fall. I thought he was gonna take out your computer, dude. I thought so too.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna take it out.
That is a tight space right there. He was like an inch away from the jack stands, an inch away from that light over there, from the fan.
Pretty close to the fan, the table, and the jack. Was that entertaining?
Yes, it was.
We need to do some more dumb here, you guys. I feel like more dumb needed. If we're not like feeling endangered, I don't think we're doing a good enough job. I noticed all you guys back the up real quick. Why is there so much stuff in these cars?
All right, now go up. Like, yeah, there you go. Maybe now we can get it up clearance.
Oh, there's a thing right here. There's a thing right here.
I know, but don't worry about that. Get the. Oh damn.
Oh, dude.
Oh, why was there liquid in your exhaust?
Push it up, push it up.
Push it up, Sean.
I don't understand.
Very bad.
Something's not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Holy crap, I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either.
A lot of cars, and I've never seen that. Would this be a bad time to go around and just start tickling everybody? Oh, so we found out who's ticklish in the group. I didn't even go near him, and Tim was like,
There you go.
That's one. Is there another one on that side? Yeah.
probably. Yeah, right there. It's like oh, why is all that in there?
This got the turbos in the middle of the V bank, right? Okay. So we're trying to figure out if the block was cracked and water, like the coolant water, was going straight into the oil pan.
Yeah, because that's coolant water.
Yes.
It's pink.
Yes. So it's actually going into the cylinder, like through a cracked head or bad head gasket. It's filling up the cylinder, then it's going past a valve that's open, and then up the exhaust port, and then up through the turbo manifold, and then up through the turbo, and then coming out into the exhaust system.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that. In all my years of working on cars.
Basically, inside of the cats, you can see like the high water mark where that water had gone up to, like 3/4 of the way into the cat, and that's bigger than the rest of the exhaust system. So I think the tubes at one point were probably completely full. So I've worked on a lot of cars before, but I've only worked on one AMG, and that was a C63 time attack car. So my experience with the AMG GT is zero.
And it is time to tear into this AMG GT engine. You excited, Mike?
No, I'm not excited.
A lot of
I
fluids
know
everywhere.
I know we're gonna find some serious problems in there. So right now, I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, that it's something that doesn't cost a lot of money to repair. If I don't have to spend that $25,000 to buy another engine, that would make me very, very happy. Seeing how bad it is from the outside, with the turbos being full of water, the exhaust is full of water, the intake manifolds are full of water, the intercoolers, like there's water everywhere it shouldn't be. I hope we don't just have like a block that's cracked in half in between the cylinders or a head that's cracked. Saying all that, it could just be so warped and so damaged that basically everything inside of this engine is garbage. I'm hoping that's not the case. Realistically, that's probably what's gonna happen when we pull this thing apart. It's just gonna be trash. So I'm gonna dig in. I'm not even gonna bother taking it off of the subframe right now. I'm just gonna start taking some parts off so we can figure out what's going on with it, so I can figure out if I need to purchase a motor or if I need to start purchasing parts. And I wanna get to that today, right now. So in the next couple hours, I'm just gonna tear this thing apart, try to see what's going on with it, and figure out the direction that we're gonna go. The first big piece is coming off, the intake manifold. So let's see how bad it is in there. Let me get this thing off.
I'm nervous.
You ready for a waterfall?
I'm nervous. I should have brought my my overalls.
your galoshes. Yeah.
Whoa.
Look at that. Like, look at the film in there of just oil and water sitting there. You can see it better in here. You can almost see like a high water mark on the throttle body. The throttle body blade. It's nasty. Yeah, it's gonna be dripping for a while. All right, other side.
What is that?
That's the intakes.
Oh, what the hell? What's so much water in it?
Yeah, that's the problem. They are completely full of water. I can only imagine how much water was in there when we were trying to start the engine. And it was basically cranking water into the exhaust, into the intake. So the valves might be damaged. The rods are probably bent. So it's like fuel and water. It's not a good, that's not a good mixture.
Baby turbo.
Little tiny turbos.
Little baby twins. They're adorable. Dude, this thing with like some big turbos on top would be really sick.
That looked pretty rad.
It's too bad you wouldn't really be able to see them that well. But
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you put bigger turbos on, you'd probably have to take the heat shields off.
Yeah, for
anyway.
sure.
And
Cut the
then
hood.
build like a different heat shield for it. Maybe cut the hood. I think there's a little bit of room there because of where the heat shields go.
Yeah.
Then you also probably need to make a heat shield so it doesn't burn the paint on the bottom of it.
I think you like depressurized it or something. The vacuum started leaking out over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's fuel.
What?
Yeah, so that's the fuel line that connects to the gas tank, basically.
Yeah.
And I just took the high pressure fuel line off this side, so yeah, it did open up.
Oh yeah.
There we go, got that out of there. Yeah, a little fuel, a little water, a little oil, everything's mixed together there. Here, around there, there. Makes sense to me. Let's see if these are the same. No, they're not. So you cannot mix them up, so that's good. Looks like somebody took this off before. We see like You see a little bit of rust on these. It's probably pretty hard to see, but the torques are also like slightly damaged. Somebody has worked on this thing before. Don't know why. It's interesting. Oh, you know what? Maybe to get to spark plugs. So they had to pull this off to get to the coil packs there. So it's had a tune-up at least.
Somebody cooked you. What is that?
I have no idea what that is.
I wouldn't touch it.
That's nasty. Oh, I got gloves on. It's a pretty cool little coil pack there. Never seen one like that before. Usually they're individual. These are the double pack coil.
Nice.
Number 2 removed. Number 3. Number 4. All right, downpipe number 1. Probably filled with water as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Okay, number 2. Ah, got me.
Oh, no.
All right, looks like the turbos are ready to come off. So the oil drain lines don't have a clamp on them, but they're these little tubes. They're kind of like an accordion tube, and they slip down in with an O-ring seal, I'm guessing. And it's just hanging up a little bit, so I just gotta use the pry bar to get that to pop up. Try not to destroy it at the same time. There we go. Kind of awkward. Taking off the 2 turbos with they're not really connected except for just the hoses. Nicely toasted rat poop right there, right there. And a little over here that's sitting in a water puddle. That looks really nice. Ugh. That's nasty.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Oh, what? That's disgusting.
It looks like earwax in someone's ear.
Let's see. Hold on. Stay still. Okay. Stay still. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
This valley is now full of water, like a little pool.
Yeah. It's looking really good in there.
Why is there like a droplet that's like going upwards?
Yeah, those are like in a cave you have stalactites and stalagmites. Remember that? Sailor Mike.
Which one's which? Which one's which?
Stalagmites go up. It's tight to the earth, or it might go up.
Might. Yeah.
Oh, hey! Got something going on with your engine, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know. It was running great, and then one day it just didn't run anymore.
Kind of small pores, but they are filled with water.
They're completely filled with water. Man.
What do you think, Sean? Where did it all go wrong
Well, it's a Mercedes.
in life?
Oh, my life.
Well, we've got one of the cam covers off.
I assume that this has like the same adjustable cam technology as many cars. Do you know how it works on here?
It's very similar to the BMW, the new BMW. So it's got the Vanos controls here, which maybe Mercedes doesn't call them Vanos, but it's the same thing. It's just an electronic plunger that pushes on this thing. And depending on where it's pushed, has different amount of oil pressure or flow going through there, and it allows the cam to shift back and forth. All right, I'm gonna get these injectors out of here.
How are they looking?
They're very long, but these go into the cylinder, so obviously there's some water on there, but I don't see a bunch of like corrosion to where it looks like they're not usable. They still might not be usable, but at first glance, they don't look terrible. It's a little wet in the tip. All right, I'm gonna try to get this thing to top dead center so we can make sure these cams are in the right spot before we pull them out, because I don't know if they're gonna jump around a little bit, so let's see, turn.
Oh!
Damn. I'm so glad I was standing there.
Oh!
She's squirting.
Ooh, my toolbox. Gosh, there's so much water in there.
Oh my gosh. Mike, is this gonna spring out of me?
No, I got 2 bolts left.
Okay.
That are cracked loose. So the glue is just holding this thing together right now and get a bigger pry bar. That's it. This is gonna
big
work.
enough?
This is big enough. All right, head. Oh, the valve cover's about to come off this head. That's very interesting. Oh, don't worry about that. That's just the high pressure fuel pump lifter right there. It's fine.
Good as new.
These little guys hold the cams in place. So they must have just like a very little gap where they don't ride when the valve cover's on there. But that way you have something holding the cams in place when you take the valve cover off, which is pretty cool. Nice setup, AMG. Cool. Yeah, that's the timing chain tensioner right there. So that's the lovely oil, water, fuel, whatever else mixture we got going on. Once we get this out, that'll take the tension off of the chain. It's already coming off. Now I can pull these 2 little things. I can pull the cams out, and that's gonna allow me to get down to the head bolts. Pull all the head bolts off, we'll be able to pop the head off. See what's going on in here. So most of the time, when you take the cams off, and obviously it's still connected, these aren't even hydraulic lifters, these are rocker arms. There should be a lot of tension on it, but the way they have the cams designed, the cam lobes at top dead center, there's no valves open at all. Interesting. Yeah, these are actually touching a little bit, but it's not really. Oh, never mind, they are hydraulic. So it's got little hydraulic lifters on there that these rocker arms ride on. So, okay, that makes more sense. They're just super small lifters. Pull the exhaust cam out. I have to get the chain off of there. There we go. And intake cam. I got a rental torch so I can torch the block. So apparently that's a pin that goes through that holds the timing chain guide in place. But it's not only in the head, it's in the block down there as well. So to get the head off, I gotta pull one of these pins out to get this guide to stay there or come with the head. So this one's easily accessible. I'm gonna try this one first. So I got a socket on here. It's acting as a spacer. And it's coming out. I can see on the back, we got a little gap there now. That little line moving. Well, the head is ready to come off. We got all the bolts loose and it's already dripping water. And that's after we cranked it over. And I thought we sprayed all the water out of it, but apparently no. Oh! That ain't supposed to do that. That's a lot of water. There we go. There we go. Wow. Whoa! Dude! Oh man. That is not good. That's whoa. That's been sitting obviously for somewhere around 3 years full of water. Well, the block is trash. So these, like you can see here, these cylinders are, it's all aluminum and it's like a spray on kind of a coating in there, and that's all rusted, and there's no way that you can fix that. That's terrible. All right, well the other head's ready to come off. I'm gonna yank that one off too. See what it looks like on that side.
What does it say, Sean? What is it saying to you?
Talk to me.
It's whispering.
Tell me what's wrong. Really hot. Who hurt you?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, dude.
It kind of stinks. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, dude.
Oof. Wow, this block is trash. It's so bad. That was a very, very expensive mistake. So, if your car's overheating, get a tow truck. Don't try to drive it home.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Ah. This is disgusting.
It is so bad. I can't tell if there's any cracks or anything in the block, but there's so much rust in the cylinders. It could also be cracked and just not be visible. It got really, really hot and definitely like warped both heads and the block. That's if there aren't any cracks. Every single cylinder didn't just have some water in it. They're completely full up to the top, like 100% filled with water. This thing was completely wrecked. Time to spend some money.
Oh man, it looks like Mercedes was right. This thing.
Yeah, it really does need a complete engine. It's toast.
If you're watching at home right now and you have access to a 4-liter V8 from the GT, now I know the G-Wagon has the same 4-liter V8, but it's probably different because for a G-Wagon, probably different torque numbers. So specifically, it's a 2017 GT. We need to find a wrecked car with a good motor for a really good deal. Help my friend Mike out here. So I think it'd be faster to buy a motor and get it back in here.
For sure.
So you use about 25 grand for a used motor?
Yeah, between 25 to 30 grand for a used motor.
Considering it's a Mercedes V8. It's not like it's a Ferrari or a...
Like the engine for a 599, the V12 Ferrari engine, used about 20 to 25
Do you
grand.
want one of those in here?
That'd be crazy. I just don't think it would fit.
Yeah.
I'll have to do some measuring and see what the possibilities are. You just comment. Let me know what you think we should put in here.
Yeah, maybe we don't do a Mercedes motor, but something stupid in here now. A lot of you guys are like, why do you start new projects before you finish old ones? There's stages. Like right now we're waiting on the machine shop for that car. The 599s, they're basically garbage now. So sometimes there's a stall. So it's like, we'll keep on new projects. But one day they'll all be running.
One day.
And then we'll kill the channel.
That's it. When all the cars run, we just leave.
It.
That's it. We drive off into the sunset.
Leave the channel. Gone. How good would that feel? Just delete everything. You're like, what the hell? Well, that's it for that sound.
Yeah.